From emotes that were so toxic they got banned, to emotes that got locked in the vault forever. Here's 46 of the rarest emotes in Fortnite. First up, we have one of the most famous emotes of all time, for the wrong reasons. Laugh It Up. When it first dropped in Season 4, it seemed harmless.
Why is this so funny though?
But pretty soon, players started using it to troll and mock their opponents. And it didn't take long for the goofy sound to turn into something that would send shivers down most players' spines. Even vending machines were getting upset. So in April 2024, Fortnite added a brand new setting that would make certain emotes, including Laugh It Up, completely invisible if players didn't want to see them.
Good. Yeah. Epic's learning.
You might think that that would mean it would come back, but it hasn't been seen in the item shop for over 942 days. It seems like Fortnite are avoiding anything that can cause bad vibes these days. So this one could be locked away in the vault forever? Next up, we have Scenario. It was only available as part of a promotion when buying a flagship Samsung phone. You'd have to fork out nearly $1,000 for it if you wanted the skin. Needless to say, a few players that did get it were hyped to have such a rare skin. But if the price didn't make it exclusive enough, the promotion ended in 2019. So even if you did feel like splashing the cash, you're out of luck. And seeing as it's been over 1,907 days since you could last get it, it's a total flex for the few players that have it.
I like the emote.
Yeah, the emote set.
But not as rare as the next one on our list. In the early days of Fortnite, before TikTok-inspired emotes took over, there was Fresh. As soon as they hit the item shop, people started noticing how much it looked like the Carlton dance from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And the creator of the dance, Alfonso Ribeiro, wasn't too happy about it. He even took legal action. Although he was unsuccessful, the emote hasn't been back in the item shop since. It's been over 2,218 days since Fresh was last seen. It's looking like it might never come back, making one of the rarest emotes in the item shop we have ever seen. In Chapter 1, Season 7, Fortnite released the 14 Days of Fortnite challenges, giving players a chance to earn some epic rewards, including the Take the Elf emote. The challenges were released daily, and on day 8, players could deal damage with different weapons to finally unlock the emote.
Whoa!
Although this emote was free, completing that specific day 8 challenge during the 14 days of Fortnite is the only way there's ever been to get this emote, so it's actually super rare. On November 12th, 2018, Rambunctious hit the item shop for the 6th time only in a few months, so nobody could have guessed that would have been the last time it was ever in the item shop for 1,486 days. But when it finally returned, things got crazy. It was only in the item shop for 1 hour?
By accident in 2022.
It's pretty safe to assume that that was a mistake, and seeing as it's been over 752 days since then, it's looking like it will never return. Next up, we have Glyphic. First released in Chapter 2 Season 1, this awesome ancient Egypt-inspired emote had only been seen in the item shop 8 times ever, and this was the last time over 912 days ago. So not many people have it, and who knows if it's ever going to come back. The next emote on our list was available for free in the item shop during Chapter 3 Season 1, but it was only available for just a few short days, so a lot of players completely missed out on the chance to get it. Not to mention, this happened over 1,009 days ago, so this emote is definitely rare, and it's unlikely to return, which makes it even rarer. In Chapter 2 Season 8, Fortnite added Ghostbusters, and players were hyped. Woo! There was a bunch of awesome skins, pickaxes, and gliders, and even an emote, I Ain't Afraid, which actually featured the theme tune from the movie. It's epic, but sadly, for newer players that are also fans of the film, it hasn't been seen in the item shop for over 1,112 days. In Chapter 2, Fortnite added Pele's air punch to the item shop, and soccer fans were hyped. Pele is one of the greatest soccer players of all time, and Fortnite did an amazing job on the emote. It looks exactly like his real-life celebration, and at only 200 V-Bucks, it was a no-brainer for fans of Pele. But sadly for newer players, it hasn't been seen in the item shop for over 1,177 days, so hopefully it makes a return soon to give soccer fans another chance to grab it. Next up, we have Buckets and Flex on them.
Looks like they made an emote just for me.
Released in Season 9 as part of a collab with Jordans for 200 V-Bucks each, these emotes would pair perfectly with kicks. But sadly, they haven't been seen in the item shop for over 1,045 days. But with Jordans and other kicks regularly in the item shop, it would make sense for these emotes to return. So keep your eyes peeled if you want a chance to get these rare emotes for yourself. Released in Chapter 3 Season 1 as part of the Arcane League of Legends set, Punching Practice was sold for 200 V-Bucks, and fans of the show were hyped. Curiously though, after the first few days was in the item shop, it never returned, and hasn't been back in over 1,000 days and counting. Not to mention, Season 2 of the show came out and the emote still didn't return, so it's looking like it might never come back to the item shop, which would make it even rarer. On September 6, 2021, Fortnite released an Icon Series emote nobody saw coming, Stuck.
Pretty great.
Noted for the bold public image and lyrics, Cardi B was the last person people expected Fortnite to collaborate with. And although the emote was family friendly, some players were convinced they could hear a curse word, which caused a huge controversy. Because of this, after the emote left the item shop, it never returned. Over 1,200 days later, it's still not been back. So it's starting to look like it might never return, and this emote will be insanely rare. A lot of people don't have any idea just how incredibly rare our next emote is. Next up, we have Complicated. And ironically, the story behind it is pretty complicated too. In November 2017, Kyle Hanagami choreographed an amazing dance on YouTube that went viral, getting over 39 million views on YouTube. But this is where Fortnite made a huge mistake. In Chapter 2, Season 3, Fortnite added its complicated item shop for 500 V-Bucks. It looked exactly the same as Hanagami's dance. So much that he actually ended up filing a lawsuit against Fortnite. And even though they eventually settled in 2024, the emote still hasn't come back to the item shop. And with over 1,200 days since then, it's looking like this emote may never return. Until recently, the Baby's Icon Series emote, Pull Up, Go Mufasa, and Jabba Switchway haven't been in the item shop for over 1,200 days due to controversy with the artist. This made them insanely rare until all of a sudden they came back, or at least two of them did. Pull Up and Jabba Switchway. Go Mufasa remains locked in the vault, but since then, it seems like the Baby's back in Fortnite's good books. So we could see it return any day now. But for now, that remains super rare. Next up, we have a secret emote that a lot of people don't know exists. Freezing Burst. Last seen in the item shop over 1,369 days ago. To get this emote, you had to buy the Leviathan pickaxe, which came with the Freezing Burst emote built in. There's actually no way to buy this emote on its own. It looks awesome, but since it costs a whopping 1,000 V-Bucks, less people would have probably bought it than some of the others on our list, and that's even if they knew that it existed. In Season X, Fortnite added the Laserism set.
Oh, yo.
An awesome bundle that contains the now super rare Laser Blast and Laser Flex. These emotes haven't been seen in over 1,283 days, more than 3 years. So who knows when they will return, or even if they will. Released in Chapter 2, Season 4, and sold in the item shop for only 200 V-Bucks, we have Zombie Shambles. You could be forgiven for thinking that this doesn't sound very rare, but it was only in the item shop once, just for 1 day only, and that was over 1,500 days ago. That already makes this one of the rarest emotes there is. But the one time the spooky zombie themed emote did come to the item shop was November 5th, way after Halloween, which might have caused a lot of people to skip it over, making it even rarer. This has got to be one of the rarest emotes there is. In Chapter 2 Season 3, to celebrate Liverpool winning the Champions League, the biggest club soccer tournament in the world, Fortnite added Raise the Cup. You could get it as a reward in the Raise the Cup tournament, or from the item shop for only 200 V-Bucks. But 2 days later, it disappeared, never to be seen again. This was over 1,578 days ago, and it's looking like unless Liverpool wins another Champions League, this emote might never return, making it possibly one of the rarest emotes of all time. As the end of Season X grew near, the hype was getting insane, and Fortnite released the welcome and go home emotes to mark the occasion. But this was the only time they were ever in the item shop. It's been over 1,892 days since they were last seen, and since they're both labeled as being limited time, they're probably never going to return, making them easily two of the rarest emotes in the game. In Season 6, Disney released the awesome film Wreck-It Ralph, and to hype it up, they collaborated with Fortnite to give away Hot Marat emote to players for completely free.
Free emote?
Ooh.
I guess I'll purchase that.
It was literally in the item shop for 0 V-Bucks.
I can't believe that emote is for everyone. That is incredible.
But since it only appeared for 2 days and then it was gone, it's been over 2,214 days since this emote was in the item shop. That's over 6 years. And it was for a promotional emote for the film, so it's unlikely it'll ever return, making it one of the rarest in the game. In Chapter 1 Season 4, Fortnite teamed up with Twitch to bring players the amazing Twitch Prime packs. All you had to do was link your Fortnite account to your Twitch account and bingo. The first pack contained some awesome cosmetics, but what we're interested in was in Pack 2, which included the freestyle and emote. People were hyped to receive such a sick emote for free, but nobody could have guessed how rare it would become. Still to this day, the only way to get this emote was in that pack, and now it's been over 2,351 days since you could get it. It's now incredibly rare, and it'll only get more and more rare as time goes on. In Season 2, Fortnite introduced the first ever Battle Pass, and coming in at Tier 20 was Ride the Pony. Battle Pass cosmetics were supposed to be exclusive and only available from that season's pass, so when Fortnite later added Ride the Pony as a reward for Save the World founders during Season X, Season 2 players freaked out. Luckily, it didn't take long for Fortnite to get the message, and pretty soon they added Pony Up as a free reward for OG players who had bought the Battle Pass in Season 2. So even though Pony Up was added in Season X, only players who had bought the Battle Pass in Season 2 could have it, making it super rare and unique. In Chapter 2 Season 1, to promote the release of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, Skywalker. Fortnite did a huge collab that included adding lightsabers,
That was sick, dude.
some awesome cosmetics, and a live in-game event.
Oh, the Falcon, baby! Let's go!
A sneak preview of the film, presented by the director J.J. Abrams himself. The cosmetics included the Jedi training emote, and players were excited to get it. But it was easier said than done. You had to complete an insane amount of challenges, and since this was the only way to get the emote in the history of Fortnite, it's actually extremely rare. In Chapter 2, Fortnite announced Travis Scott's Astronomical, a one-of-a-kind in-game event featuring Travis himself and a bunch of awesome cosmetics to go along with it,
Whoa, here's your event gear. Enjoy Astronomical? What?
including the Headbanger and Rage emotes. Based on Travis in real life, and with a sample from Sicko Mode as the audio, players immediately fell in love with Headbangers.
Oh, no way.
And it was only in the item shop for 5 days. Players who missed out were gutted, and while they could pretend, deep down they couldn't wait for it to return to the item shop. But unfortunately, following the concert tragedy and other controversies Travis Scott has been involved in, Fortnite hasn't brought back Headbanger back to the item shop ever again. It was last seen in the item shop 1,695 days ago, making it super rare. And although Tim Sweeney, Epic Games founder and CEO, has said Travis Scott is welcome in Fortnite, that was over a year ago. So it's probably safe to say it's gonna stay super rare forever. But maybe not quite as rare as the Rage Emo.
Oh, okay.
It was available for free when players completed the astronomical challenges, but they were only available for a short time in Chapter 2 Season 2, and will never return. So while there's still a small chance Headbanger could return, Rage is set to remain rare forever. Now we have a super rare emote that was only available in the item shop for 2 days in the entire history of Fortnite. Kiss the Cup. Added to celebrate the Fortnite World Cup, it's a limited time emote, which means it will never come back to the item shop. It's been over 1,969 days since it was for sale, so it's already incredibly rare. And as the days goes by, it just keeps on getting rarer. Twitch drops have given some players amazing and rare cosmetics over the years completely for free. So when another drop was finally announced in Chapter 3 Season 3, people were hyped. The drop for the Vibrant Vibin emote. But there was a catch. The drop was only available for 3 days. The short time to claim it meant a lot of players didn't really know about it, and they missed out entirely. Unfortunately for them, it's unlikely that it'll ever come back. But for those that did get it, it's super rare, and it's only going to keep on getting rarer as time goes on. Emotes just not coming back to the item shop is always a recipe for rarity, and Out with the Old is no exception. It was released in Chapter 2 Season 5 to celebrate the new year in 2021. It was in the item shop for 4 days in the run-up, but since then, it hasn't been back to the item shop even once. It's probably pretty safe to assume at this point, it's never going to come back, making it one of the rarest emotes in the game. In the summer of 2022, Fortnite released a No Sweat Summer Update, and it was awesome, featuring a bunch of challenges and some sick cosmetics, including the Sweaty Rotation emote. But the challenges were super hard, and you had to complete all 14 of them to get the emote. Seeing as there's only other way to get it, this emote's gonna be mega rare for sure. Now on to a super exclusive emote. In Chapter 2 Season 7, PlayStation Plus Celebration Pack number 15 came out with the Blue Viper Glider, Cobalt Cloudbait Contrail, and our next rare emote, Square Up. You could only get it if you're subscribed to PlayStation Plus, and that was over 3 whole chapters ago. So now it's pretty rare to see players with it today. In Chapter 2 Season 7, as a follow-up to the incredible Travis Scott concert, Fortnite announced the utterly insane Rift Tour featuring Ariana Grande. Players couldn't wait.
All right, here we go. Oh my gosh.
And to mark the occasion, Fortnite added the XOXO emote. The only way to get it was by completing the Rift Tour challenges. And seeing as this was way back in Chapter 2, and there was literally no other way to get this emote again, it's super rare. In Chapter 2 Season 5, Fortnite added the exclusive members only emote, and there was only one way to get it. You had to be a Fortnite crew member, but at the time people were pretty skeptical about subscribing, as there had been few issues previously with players finding it difficult to unsubscribe and not receiving the rewards. So Fortnite gave crew members the members only emote as an apology. As you had to be a member, it was only available for a limited time, making it one of the rarest emotes in the game. In Chapter 2 Season 7, Fortnite dropped Cosmic Summer, an awesome event packed with new LTMs, outfits, and epic rewards, including Little Tree. This emote was super fun and free, but there was a catch. You had to grind out a ton of challenges to get it. There were 12 in total, and as Little Tree was the final reward, you had to complete every single one to get it. It took forever, so a lot of players just couldn't be bothered. And seeing as that was the only way to get it, and that was over 1,319 days ago, it's now extremely rare. Next up, we have Introducing,
I've never seen this one.
which was only available for a limited time as part of the PlayStation Plus Celebration Pack number 10. This means you had to be on PlayStation to get it, so a lot of players missed out, making it one seriously rare emote. In Chapter 2 Season 3, players who logged in on the 27th to the 29th of July received the awesome Verve emote for completely free. It was super colorful and became an instant classic, but now, with over 1,602 days since it was last given out to players, it's incredibly rare. And not to mention, there's no other way to get it, and there probably never will be. When Fortnite dropped the very first Battle Pass in Chapter 1 Season 2, they made it clear that cosmetics would be exclusive to that season's Battle Pass. So now, way over 7 years later, some of them have become incredibly rare. Coming at a tier 5 was Wave. It was completely free, but since it was super old and is never coming back, it's still rare, but nothing compared to the Worm. This absolute classic was way harder to get. First off, you actually had to buy the Battle Pass. It wasn't free, like Wave. And then players had to grind all the way up to level 28 in order to unlock it, making it super rare. But that's still not as rare as Floss, probably one of the most famous Fortnite emotes of all time.
I'm not seeing enough movement.
It's also one of the least owned. To unlock this one, players had to get all the way up to tier 49, making it the hardest of the 3 to unlock. So it might just be one of the most recognizable emotes in Fortnite history, but that just makes it even crazier how rare it actually is. In Season 9, Fortnite dropped the legendary 14 Days of Summer challenges, and on the very first day, players who danced at 6 different beach parties were rewarded with the groovy deep end emote. But while it was free and awesome, the challenges were super tough, even in respawn modes like Team Rumble, which severely limited how many players could actually unlock it. And since this limited time event was the only way to get the emote ever in the history of Fortnite, it's insanely rare. When Season 8 dropped with its awesome pirate theme, it did not disappoint, and neither did the Buccaneers bounty challenges. They were perfectly fit for the season, and even though they took a ton of effort to complete, it was well worth it to get the hilarious booby-trapped emote. It was only available from the challenges over 5 years ago, and they took ages to complete, making this one of the rarest free emotes of all time. In Chapter 1, Fortnite released the awesome new emote, Tidy, but it didn't take long for players to realize it was based on a real-life dance by none other than Snoop Dogg, and pretty soon it was all anyone could talk about. Fortnite clearly didn't want to get into another huge legal battle over an emote like they did with Fresh, so after a few appearances, it vanished, until 4 years later, when Tidy randomly appeared back in an item shop as a part of the Vaulted for a Year or More section, completely out of nowhere. The community couldn't believe it, as it was finally back, and rushed to buy it. But just after a few short hours, Fortnite realized their mistake and removed it. Players that missed out were gutted. But when Remix rolled around, their prayers were answered. Kinda? Snoop Dogg was in the official trailer, and people hoped that this might mean that the emote would make a comeback. And it did, but in the most unlikely way. It didn't come back to the shop. Instead, Fortnite did the ultimate troll. If you got hit by the new Double G Boogie Bomb, you were forced to do the emote, whether you wanted to or not. But you still couldn't get the emote, so GG's only. In Chapter 2, as the holiday season approached, Fortnite dropped the awesome new emote, Sing Along. Not only was it traversal, meaning you could wander around the map singing Christmas carols, it was synced, letting huge groups of players come together to spread the holiday cheer. But after a short stint in the item shop over the holidays, it vanished and has never been seen again. Now, over 1,442 days later, its return is still a mystery, and it remains one of the rarest holiday emotes in Fortnite history. In Chapter 2, Season 5, Fortnite released Wanna See Me, an Icon Series emote in collaboration with Sada Baby. It was regularly in the item shop until some controversial tweets by Sada Baby emerged. After, it was seemingly removed from the rotation, never to return. It has been seen in over 855 days, so it's starting to get pretty rare. And if it never returns, it'll even get more rare from there. If you guys enjoyed this video, you'll definitely enjoy this one. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Thank you.